enjoy the show after the beep.
You want to?
Hello.
Hi. Goodbye. No. Oh,
no.
Good morning. This is an actual
show started.
No, it's not an actual morning episode.
Show started. I don't think
we've ever
we've
done.
only maybe done one.
Yeah, I'm just
in
tired.
the morning.
I'm just, noon is a tired time if you are on a weekend. Quietus piano. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm glad to hear that you guys are back into the June time now. This is going to all the people who were cryogenically frozen for Christmas for 6 months. Merry Christmas.
Were there a lot of people?
I don't think so, but it just, if there was one, I'm talking to you right now. Merry Christmas, or Merry Late Christmas. It's June now, June 29th. Man, how the time just goes so quick. Even, it might as well have been that we were cryogenically frozen
Yeah.
for 6 months, because you might as well, yeah.
I mean, it pretty much is. I've been experiencing the time slippage a lot lately.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Moving in the time stream.
Are you a time traveler?
I wouldn't say I'm a traveler. I'm more of a time drifter.
You're a time trekker.
I'm a time hiker.
I'm going on a time backpacking trip later. I brought my tent and my watch.
I'm going to climb a time mountain later. I brought my time pickaxe.
Did you just say time?
I brought my rope.
Sorry, wrong.
My time rope.
Here, let me. If you said time, I got something.
Rope.
I got a time thing in here.
Rope.
There it is, the same one.
Rope. Man, I maybe do need to turn this down a little bit.
No, I like
Turn
it.
down.
You could turn it up.
Right to there. Okay. Is this better?
I think it's great.
Is this better?
I think it makes our podcast more palatable. What'd you say?
Sometimes I realize things. No, but
Okay, Jeff
No.
Buckley.
no.
Okay,
No.
all
I don't know
right.
why
Now's the time.
I don't know why I'm scared. I'm
Did
really
you have something
scared
you were
right now.
about to say?
I'm not scared. I'm just terrified. I don't know what happened to me this morning. I feel like I woke up and I was all about it. I knew exactly how to do a day, how to live in a day.
And then I show up and you forget everything.
And then my brain just somebody poured it all out. Somebody
it was liquid to start.
it was a little teapot and somebody poured her right out the
Porter.
spout.
Porter.
I was confronted
Oh,
with my own fears and nightmares.
it's that kind of day, huh? When was that?
So Tia and I are watching Gotham,
Okay,
and that show is very silly.
I've heard.
It's a silly show.
I've heard that it's
Fun.
silly.
I enjoy it. It's God, that's
You go ahead.
I don't understand why I hear that so much in my ears when you take yours off.
Really?
Yeah.
You hear when I take my headphones off? Mm-hmm. So you can hear it through my
I feel like I
microphone.
could hear it on the podcast when I was listening to the recording a couple episodes ago. It's not really that. It's more of the sound that they make when they're moving off of your head. Like they
this?
make like little. Yeah, I hear that a lot, really hard. It's like deep in my ear.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
I mean, those headphones already are pretty deep in your ears.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they are. Those are the deep in your ear kind of headphones. I've
Yeah.
tried them before, and they're noise canceling, right? Is that what's going on?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's just scary. That's just.
I don't know what it is. They're not noise canceling, but
Okay. Well, it sounds like it's playing in my head whenever I have it. It's like the headphones aren't actually doing anything. It's just giving my brain the thoughts.
Sorry, I had to experience what you were saying with a burp.
All right. Tim's scratching his nose, and I'm
No,
mimicking.
that was me doing a finger mustache, but it was a wiggly mustache.
It's a really wiggly mustache, and it was very small,
Yeah. Weirdly small, wiggly mustache.
curled down, kind of like one of the me mustache. If you're a me, have you ever created a me?
I've been a me before.
You ever make the mouth too big and you try the mustache and you're like, what on earth? How does that even work?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
For those gamers out there. So
On Gotham,
yes.
they have the Riddler.
Okay.
Who's there? He's there. He's the Riddler. And of course, he's really smart.
That's what they
And
try
he's-
to do.
And he's the Riddler.
Yes.
But somewhere along the way, spoilers, he gets frozen in a block of ice, right?
Okay.
By Mr. Freezing.
Mr. Cold.
Mr. So chilly.
Mr. Cold Buzz Lightyear.
Mr. Goosebumps.
He does
all
look like a
over.
cold Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, especially on Gotham.
Yeah.
He really got cold. But basically, so when he gets unfrozen later, because of course he gets unfrozen later, he's not smart anymore.
Really?
He's got
His
brain
brain is
damage.
frozen.
He's got brain damage and he's not smart
Wow.
anymore. His neural synapses are not firing
So what does that
on all
do?
cylinders.
So is he like a good guy then after that? That would be really funny.
He's evil but really bad about how he's doing it.
That's really funny.
It is really funny.
Is that the-
and he's
is
trying
it-
super hard to his main goal, he's like, I need money so that somebody can make me smart again. And it's like, well, that's not how that works, buddy. But that's his goal, and so he's like doing crime badly.
That's really cool.
It is good, but I think that I always knew that I was afraid.
You go ahead and finish the sentence. I know you're not done. I always knew I was afraid.
I think one of my like weird random fears that I've had ever since I was young was that I suddenly one day wouldn't be smart anymore.
Oh, that's
like
that's quite an assumption you're making
Not
on
gonna
yourself.
be smart anymore. No, not
You
like.
just mean- I get
not
what
that
you're
I think
saying.
it's gonna happen, but just like
No, I mean,
that's a scary thing to me.
No, I meant like you're making quite the assumption about yourself
Oh,
being
that
smart.
I am smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently I'm not because I couldn't figure out what you meant.
And I'm so dumb that I didn't know what
Couldn't-
that just meant.
Couldn't realize what you said.
Nailed it.
Sorry, didn't know it. Didn't know it. I mean, yeah, if you've listened to our podcast, I don't know if your takeaway.
I know what you
I don't
mean.
know if your takeaway would be Tim is smart. Listen to this
I
show.
think I know what you mean. It's just like you don't have what capabilities you currently have. It can be worse.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know, something about that, like I'm enjoying the show and it is funny what's going on, but also there's a part of me that's like, I'm really sad for him. I'm just really sad for him.
yeah, it sucks.
And so it's weirdly been on my mind lately.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting
like-
walk into your psyche.
Gotham? Why are you the thing that did that to me? That's
like,
weird.
Are they playing it for laughs or are they playing it for sad?
Pretty much for laughs, yeah.
Yeah, that's that's sort of interesting walk
Yeah.
into your psyche a little bit.
They're largely just making fun of him
You gonna psychoanalyze that? Mm-hmm. I think that's what you're telling
right
me. is
now
that
on the
what you're
show.
doing? That's what this show is. It's psychoanalysis.
This show is really a foray into the mind of the addled mind of two youngsters. We're not youngsters.
Really?
I don't know what
We're
a
not
youngster.
youngsters, no.
I think when you hit 25, you can't
You can't be a youngster.
be a youngster anymore. You're just
young adult.
I mean, you're not old. We're not old.
I don't know if we're young adult anymore either. Because young adult people will do the like 19, 20, like college age, right?
somebody was saying the other day that young adult was from 20 to 30, and I was like, I feel like you're saying that because you're in your 20s. But
Also, what do you call
I
an
don't
18 or
know.
19-year-old?
Yeah, because that's what I always thought was like, probably young adult is referring to, you know, when you are legally an adult to when you can legally drink is probably the young adulthood. And then after that, you're kind of just an adult. But
But a
I
young
don't know.
adult.
I don't know what you would be.
I think it's the way you say it. It's spelled the same. There's young adult, and then there's a young adult.
Right. Yeah.
We're a pause in there.
Yeah, exactly. What is a young adult? Between
.com.
18 and 25 is what this says. Who knows if that but can extend to the range of early 30s.
Because I'll be honest, when I think of like 29-year-olds or something, I don't go like young adult, to be honest. I'm like,
And then this other one is saying what I said, which is if you're 21 or younger, you're a young adult. So, yeah, there's not like a set definition probably.
yeah. I would go 25 and up. You kind of take the, that's where you put the pause in if you want to just younger than other adults.
Yeah.
But because the brain is supposedly fully developed at 25. I
Right.
don't think it ever fully develops. I think we're a bunch of dummy idiots.
Probably long dumb.
Probably long dumb.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, it does fully develop by that terminology, but, I mean, are we always changing and growing? I would say yes, but we stop,
Yes.
brain stop getting better. Now it's going down. At a certain point, we start just dying. Because like the whole time we're dying, right?
Technically.
But we're also doing more replacing of the dying than we are of the dying. And then at a certain point, we're doing more of the dying than the replacing. And then you're really just dying.
And you're just dead.
This Wikipedia says that in medicine and social sciences, it can somewhere between 18 and 45.
No.
So
Sorry. So middle-aged is just 40. You're a young adult until you're middle-aged? Is that what they're saying?
I guess. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? Because like if
There's no just
if,
adult.
like if you're a young adult, right, that's the beginning of adulthood, and then if you're middle aged, that's the middle of adulthood, right?
Yeah, and
so
then-
it kind of makes sense.
and then you're an end adult.
and then you're bye adult.
you're a dead adult soon.
You're done being an adult pretty soon.
I think that's also fair because at the end of the day, what are we? Adults.
Big,
I hate saying that word now.
small.
I think we got to move on.
I think we do have to move on.
I wrote down 3 new names, 3 new fake names.
Is there anything about
I
those?
thought you were gonna go. Is there anything else? It's more interesting.
Is there anything about those before you tell me what they
2
are?
of them I thought of, and then one is really
Where
complicated.
did these just strike you somewhere? Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just from this week. They would come into my name, so I got
Okay.
Shreportio McGlocksmith,
Nice.
and then Staremy Quacklestent,
Yeah.
and then this one's crazy. All right, it's I'm a mime, Dad, please to meet you. So it's like,
Yeah.
you have a kid that goes, I'm cold, and you go, hi cold, I'm a mime, Dad, please to meet you, pleased to meet you. You know, which I
Yeah.
think would make a great name
Yeah.
for this episode if you could.
All right. I think that was a pretty clean take, so I should be able to break that one down.
I can send it, or just listen. My name is
No.
I'm a mime, Dad, pleased to meet you, pleased to meet you.
You're really good at that. That was impressive.
Thank you. I practiced.
I believe it.
practiced for this episode.
That's really funny.
I was like, I need to, because I thought of that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I thought of it much simpler, and I was like, how can I make it into a crazier name that could be a name not really, but
Yeah. I'm a Mime does kind of sound like
I'm a mime, Dad, pleased to meet you. The pleased to meet you's at the end, but I thought it was
Please-
funny. Let's break down the joke, huh?
Dad,
Dad, pleased to meet you.
Dad, please,
Pleased to meet you.
pleased to meet. Is the pleased to meet you part of the name?
Yeah, it's all spelled.
So yeah, okay, I get it because there's a pleased to meet you at the end.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
after the words.
Did you think I was saying pleased to meet you twice?
No, I just didn't know. I couldn't hike backwards in time to find out if you said it twice or not.
Backpack.
Backpack.
It's I'm a mime is IMAMIME, and then Dad pleased is DADADPLEESEPLEASED, and then it's hyphenated.
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's the whole last name.
Yeah.
And then it's PLEESTAMEETYU.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah. Pleased to.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to.
Dad, please.
Dad, please.
I'm Dad, please to meet you. Pleased to meet you.
That name goes hard.
Sorry.
That name goes hard.
Why'd I say sorry?
You weren't that sorry.
You know what also goes hard, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
The Office.
Like the show?
Like the
Or
show.
Like a place to be.
The place to be.
Okay.
Sorry, not the show. You brought up another thing, and then I changed my mind.
Like, actually, you're right. It was that the whole time.
Yeah, it was. No, we've been watching The Office, and I've never gotten all the way through it.
Yeah.
That's been a thing.
I mean, it's not a short show.
No, I couldn't watch it when I was single because it just made me too sad that
Yeah.
I was single.
It made you really single.
Because because I would live a little vicariously through all the characters and be like, this is what you got to do if you want love. But now that I'm married, we've been watching. So we watched up till, I guess, season 5, like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I was, again, never finished it, never got around to it. I don't think we had Peacock for a long time after that. And then we just needed like a casual show to watch, like just something to put on
Yeah.
when we're like, that isn't too much. And so we put on The Office again. We started at season 4. We didn't go all the way back because I was like, I remember that stuff. It's fine. Right. But I didn't remember a lot of the ending, like season 4, season 5, which are really good seasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
And man, we're on season 6 now, and trucking our way through it, and it's just been on my mind. It's such a good show. It's one of my favorite shows ever. Obviously,
That makes sense. I definitely would put it up there pretty high for
you've
me.
seen it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched it 3 times, I think.
Yep. That's most people have, and everyone has the opinion that The Office is good. So if you haven't seen it and you're that guy, it's hard to get into it. But then you
Yeah.
watch it and you go, okay, there's a reason for
Like,
it.
oh yeah, this is good. You're right.
It makes me laugh every single episode out loud, and I love that.
Yeah.
And the characters.
There aren't a lot of shows that do that.
No,
Not a lot of comedy shows that can do that.
no, that one's the best at it, and it just is so well written that it's like it's just satisfying, like storytelling wise.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they do a great job.
I had seen
come on.
a bunch of individual episodes from all kinds of seasons too, just from people showing it. But like,
Yeah.
because I think for some reason people are like, you can just do that with this show, but no. This show is it is sequential. It's
Yeah.
got stuff. It's
Yeah.
got callbacks all the time.
I mean, once you've watched it 2 or 3 times, then
Yeah.
sure you can just throw on any episode.
But people don't
But it's
really
not
think
like
about it like that.
I was gonna say like Friends would be more like that. You could just throw on, and it is. It definitely is.
They have
There
some-
is sequential stuff like, oh, these two get married, and then that happens. But
Yeah.
it's like for the most part, it doesn't really matter episode to episode.
Yeah. But that one's
But
like
The Office does.
they'll do things like they'll make jokes about past episodes too.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And they'll go right over your head if you don't know what it is. And I'm sure that's happened to me.
Oh yeah.
When I would watch those episodes. But it's just really fucking great, and I think I'm just gonna watch it forever.
Yeah.
I think whenever it just ends, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna
we can
rewatch
just
it
watch
again.
it. Yeah.
Emma's gonna want to skip season 1, but I'm all down around it.
Yeah, I like season 1 though. I mean,
It's short,
yeah,
but it's funny.
it is funny.
It's got good. I'm pretty sure season 1 has the Dundies, right?
I think so.
The episode with the Dundies. That's a great episode.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good episodes though.
And that first episode is crazy different since they were doing the other thing with it, trying to be the other Office.
Oh my
and then
God.
They were like, you know what? Well, it's not.
Dude,
Let's
every
do our own.
time Creed says something, I'm like, well, that's Tim's favorite character.
Yeah, love Creed.
Every time I'm
Loving
like,
that
that's
guy.
very much. I mean, he's still funny. He shows up all the time. I miss when he would say like one thing, every 5 episodes or something.
Yeah,
and
it was always the weirdest.
the most out of pocket thing to say.
Yeah,
Also, Michael Scott is my favorite character in the history of television. If you're not counting Breaking Bad in any way, shape, or form, you don't count that.
Yeah.
But it's right up there with it. I sympathize with him more than because you start out in the show, it doesn't feel like you're going to, right? You kind of get the idea, but then they just add a bunch of like stuff to like really complexify him, and I just have the most every time something like he does something that's awful, I find myself justifying it. Like, it's fine. He's, he's just trying to find love.
Yeah, he's just figuring it out as he goes.
Yeah, he just doesn't get it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Some people don't get it.
He'll maybe he's not going to figure it out, but it's okay.
I also said last night to Emma, which makes a lot of sense to me, why I sympathize with him so much, is that he just feels like a symbolist.
Oh yeah.
He just feel like every time, I'm sure a bunch of people have this, but I was like, he just seems like he'd be a member of my family.
I could see that.
I can pick, like, not like he's like my grandpa or my dad or me or anything like that, but I can just picture him with the last name Symbolist and being at the function.
Yeah, he's
and just fitting in
there and
very
you're like,
well.
all right.
With how my family is, which is like, like that a little bit sometimes.
Well, I'm sure that there are a lot of other people that would feel the same way, but I don't, but I can see that makes sense for you.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, my family's a different kind of Michael Scott's problematic for sure. And
He got
my
problems.
family's a different kind of problematic.
Yeah, not that kind.
Yeah.
Not that kind. I mean, my family's stupid.
Everybody's family's
Just kidding.
problematic.
Just kidding.
Your family's not stupid.
No.
I've also never met your family. That's not
My
true.
entire family. You did.
I've met, I think I've met,
If you
I think I've met everyone in your family.
with the last name Symbolist, probably not. But in the
Probably
United
not.
States, yes, you have.
Yeah.
And the rest of them are like really distant cousins or whatever.
They're just really, they're like in their own heads.
You could say
Just
that.
super distant.
Yeah.
They're just like, you're like, hey, Bimmy, Symbolist.
Actually, I don't know if that's true. If we're
they're
the
like,
only symbolists in the United, I think we are. I don't know. We're a small family.
I would try and look it up, but that's not going to do anything.
Or just ask my grandpa. They have the whole family tree.
That's cool.
They do
That's
genealogy
really cool.
shit all the time. And they were talking about like when they pass away, who's going to take over that. And I threw my name in the hat and I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, wait, that's going to be a lot of work.
That's hard. Yeah.
So, but I did because I am interested in it.
Yeah. It's super interesting.
And
Very cool.
And I've done it a bunch of times, like looked up on the internet trying to find where we are.
Some of my dad's family have like an actual like literal family tree drawing thing that old people did at one point.
Okay.
And it's like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I've seen them pull it out and it's like really, really big paper and they've gone through and added new branches for new people and stuff. It's really cool.
My parents have a family tree in the backyard. Whenever we have relatives that die, we hang one of their bones on the tree
That's hot.
and we have it branched out like a family tree.
Yeah.
That would be one of the weirdest, coolest art projects of all time.
That would be pretty cool.
I'd love to see it. Do it if you got the chance.
All the trees around my parents' house are pretty much gone.
Sorry. You want to talk about it? Wait, no.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Like directly around the house. Yeah.
Like the ones that were.
Like there were 2 on the side of the house, and those are gone, and there's like one behind
I
it,
see.
and that's gone.
I was
and there's,
literally because you're like.
but no, all the woods are still.
I was
there.
going to say you have woods in your backyard too, so it's like, or your parents do. So I was picturing that, and I was like, "What did you just say? They got rid of all that? What is there? That's so sad."
We burned it down.
Burn down the woods.
Burn it.
Bernadette down.
Burn it. Burn.
We're also watching. I love saying what I'm watching because every time I say it to you, we stop. Have you ever noticed that?
Mm-hmm. No.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I haven't noticed that. What?
What
does that mean?
Like every time I say out loud, I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna go tell people we're watching this," and then for whatever life happens, and then we stop watching it, and I'm like, so then someone will ask me, "How's that show going?" And I go, "Great." Well, I shouldn't have committed by telling you,
Yeah, you messed up.
but I'm going to. We're watching The Haunting on Hill House. You ever watch that? It's a Netflix documentary. No,
Okay.
it's a Netflix series.
Yeah.
on Netflix. You ever heard of Netflix?
I've
It's time.
I've witnessed Netflix. I don't know that I've heard of it.
I've witnessed the whole show off of it.
Wow.
So, but that one's a mini series. Is Mike Flanagan is the director. I don't know. He's done a bunch of other like short horror stuff, but Emma was saying it's pretty scary. And we're on episode 4. There might be 10 episodes. I don't even know.
Okay.
But pretty good. Check it out. Anyway,
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
but I like that it's a short anthology 1 season series. I love that. Love those. So I love not having to commit so much time.
Yeah, me too.
And then yesterday, because Emma's working now, I get bored so easily. And if I'm not playing video games, because I don't have a video game that I'm playing right now, so I'm like, let's find a show. I started watching Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, really?
Brotherhood. I went right to Brotherhood because I was like,
Good call.
I did the thing where I tried to watch the first one before Brotherhood, but I thought Brotherhood was like a sequel series
Nope.
to it. It's not.
It's just the same show again. But they're trying to follow the manga better because the other show was coming out too fast.
Yes, it came out before the manga was done, but I had watched the other one, right?
Yeah.
So, and I got to that one episode and I was like, nope, never again. But now I'm like, I'll get past it. I'm curious because I want to. Now that Emma's not around to judge me, I'm going to watch anime.
Yeah.
She doesn't judge me for it, but
No, I wouldn't think so.
Anime. So I started that, and I'm only on episode 3. So
Yeah.
I've really just committed to it. So we'll see
Yeah.
how far that gets. But
Yeah, I've thought about going back and picking up Metal Alchemist,
The Metal Alchemist.
but I haven't done it. Right now, I'm just committing to watching too much stuff for things.
It's hard when you start at it because that's 3 for me already, and I think there's another thing that Emma wants us to watch, but I'm not even ready for it.
Like right now, Tia and I are sort of watching Columbo, Criminal Minds, Gotham, King of the Hill.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
and I feel like there's another thing that I'm forgetting.
You know, it's funny. I was doing laundry at my parents' place, and I was, that was the first one I wanted to start, is because I had seen a clip from King of the Hill that was making me cackling, on just from fucking. It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one, there's like a clip of, I think it's Luann or Luana, and Bobby doing like a surprise thing, and then Bobby makes a noise that's like, "Ah!" and it makes me laugh every time.
Yeah,
Let's see if I can find it. But it's like, it's very funny, and I was like, you know what? I think I might like this show.
There is some good stuff from it.
And I've seen like little bits from it too. I'm like, that's good. I think I'm an adult now and can find it funny.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, it's
No.
I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
What's propane?
Yeah, I don't think the show was exactly what I expected it to be, but I am enjoying it. We're having a lot of fun watching it. And of course, it's got some really good episodes and some that are just fine, like any show that's been on for that long. But yeah, it's fun, and we try and have some sort of lighthearted thing to watch.
I can't get over that.
Yeah.
It's like, and he just pops out and he just has his, I don't know. It's very funny.
Yeah.
The boy ain't right. But yeah, it's a good show. That's good.
Yeah.
But what else?
Yeah, that's 4 shows, and then I mean, we're kind of sort of watching Poker Face. I mean, we're in between seasons on that because there's a new one out.
I've seen the trailers for that. Every time I'd see Natasha Lyonne's face, I'd be like, I'm trying to solve a murder, because that's how she says it. How she says it in the trailers. Because I got the trailers
really good.
all the time when the first season came out.
Yeah.
And that's all I would. But then the trailer for season 2 came out, and they showed all the names that were in it, and I'm like, all right, that's a bunch of good actors, so maybe the show's good.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's really fun. I like it. It's kind of classic murder mystery stuff, and I just really am into it.
Yeah, but we love a murder mystery, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. I also really like her. She's cool.
She's funny.
She was the main character in Russian Doll, which was a Netflix guy, and that was a really enjoyable show. Really good show about like time looping Groundhog Day shit.
Yeah.
So
she's also in Orange is the New Black, apparently.
that checks out.
Yeah. But
I'm not gonna watch that show.
Yeah, it's not good. Emma was watching it. I don't know if she ever finished it. I think she might have, but I remember her talking about the plot points. And I was like, that sounds terrible. And she's like, it's not good.
Yeah.
There's parts of it that are good at the beginning, and then it's like really like not.
Yeah, I remember people talking about it when it first came out and being like, "Oh, this show's fun. I like this show."
Yeah. But what Emma was saying is even that's not that good.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I figured.
Maybe it's
because I think people think when a show starts that it's going to get better. Because usually that's what, like a good show, that's what happens. The first season is enjoyable, but like then it's like gets better.
But
and then some shows go the other way.
Sometimes the first season's the best season.
Yeah.
And that's never fun. But
I guess to be fair, I don't know that anybody ever said it was a fun show. I think they said it was a good show.
I don't know the history of, it is Pride Month, so we could talk about this, I guess, or it's Pride Month now.
I think we're allowed to talk about it.
But like, I'm curious, like what the history is of shows that are part of the LGBT community that had like gay themes and stuff like that. I don't know when that kind of like started picking up. But I wonder if that was like a major factor in that, like that was like a newer thing for Orange is the New Black. I know Will and Grace existed before that, but I don't know much of anything else, to be honest.
Yeah, I really don't know either.
Degrassi, The Next Generation, I'm sure has some of that in there too.
Yeah.
They also had some horrible stuff in Degrassi. You ever watch that? Mm-mm. You ever hear of Degrassi? Mm-mm. You've never heard of it? Mm-mm. It's a Canadian show. It's where Drake started.
Interesting.
Yeah, Drake was on that show in a wheelchair. He was a kid in a wheelchair in that show. And then his career took off after that. It's Canadian. I believe I said that. Mm-hmm. It's a Canadian show, though, so it's Canadian.
Canadian shows can have some crazy shit happening.
Mm-hmm. Letterkenny? You
ever
watch that
different
one?
Rules. Yeah, I watched Letterkenny.
Is it good?
I really loved it for like 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. But then it just kind of gets old because it's kind of the same thing just continued to happen.
Mm-hmm. How many seasons are there?
I feel like there's like 8 maybe.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure.
So they're still happening?
No. I think it's over. I think it's been over for a while. But
when did that show start? I felt like it started. You're going to show it to me and it's going to be like.
It's going to make you sad.
It started 10 years ago or something. Oh, God.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed Letterkenny. 12 seasons.
What the fuck?
Jesus, never mind. Maybe it was still going on.
And
I think it ended though.
You just-
2016 is when it started. So let's do some
Yeah,
math.
that's 9. That's 9 years ago.
12 seasons. How would that be? Maybe they break it down
multiple in a
differently.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Anyway, yeah, 12 seasons.
Probably
So,
an easy show to film.
Yeah, I would.
Most of it's
Think
sitting
probably.
down in front of a Canadian trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Canada.
Kanda.
Yeah, but I really
Conda.
liked that show at the beginning, and then it never got bad or anything. It was just like, this is just more of that.
Yeah, so it's hard
So-
to keep going.
The characters don't really grow or change, and the jokes don't change, and so it's just a show still. So if you were, I feel like it's a great show for watching in traditional TV formatting. Like if you were watching it while it's on.
You mean like you're just on a channel and then that shows up at 4:30.
Yeah.
An episode
You're
of
like,
Letterkenny.
Yeah, I can catch this, and I don't have to watch every episode, and I can just catch it when it's on. And we're 4 seasons deep. I can just start watching here, and like that's fine.
Do people do that?
I'm sure
Still?
old people do.
That's so crazy that man, streaming really killed that off hard. It killed it.
But see, that's where I'm thinking, like, outside of that formatting, there's only so much of the show that you can watch.
I think the only reason why you would have cable is for like things that aren't on streaming.
Yeah.
And there's still like, because I know there's still some good shows that aren't available on a streaming service, or something like that. Or I know for a long time there's some wrestling shows that you still had to have cable to watch them.
Yeah.
But now that's kind of gone away, I think, officially. So
Yeah, most of it is
but it took a long time.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I could get cable, that would be the only reason I would get it, is to watch that. But yeah, it makes sense why streaming took that over, because it makes things a lot easier to
Yeah, I think, in most ways, I think streaming is a lot better. But I would just say in most ways, I think that there are some things that it has made worse.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
It's made it more convenient to watch a television program instead of
Yeah.
having to wait a certain time and hope that you're not working or recording, like using it on your
Using it on your
doing a DVR.
It is funny to me to listen to my family talking about TV, because like they're
talking about Judge
they
Judy.
all have recently gotten really specific DVR stuff for their, like, because they still have live TV stuff. And so they're talking about how it's like, you can set it to like you can just tell it to record this show. You can give it the show title and it'll find it whatever channel
whatever
it's on,
episode,
and it'll
even if you
record
didn't
it.
care about seeing that episode.
And I'm like, that's great, but
if you can
probably can just find that show somewhere and watch it. Like that's really
Especially
cool for you,
'cause
but
you would think that cable would immediately just be like, all right, time to drop the fuck out of our prices. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only reason why you would get cable, is like, it's just cheaper
yeah,
to do it. Like, because all those shows are available on live television.
yeah,
but,
like you can kind of watch most popular things.
yeah, unless it's, streaming, like
Right.
a Netflix original or a Hulu original
Yeah.
or
Which
Peacock
is
original.
becoming a lot of the good stuff now.
Yeah.
But-
So that would be a reason to do it, but it's not cheaper necessarily.
No.
Depending on how many streaming services you have.
Yeah, if you play your cards right, it's way more expensive to do cable than streaming. Because if you really wanted to, and I know most people don't care to do it like this, and I don't care to do it like this, but you could just be like, okay, I'm gonna have Netflix right now, and then I'm just gonna watch a bunch of stuff on Netflix that I know I would like to watch. Okay, done that. I'm going to cancel that subscription. Now I'm going to have Max and watch a bunch of stuff on Max.
Yeah.
Now, like realistically, most people want to have multiple so that they can have access to a bunch of things that they like,
But it
and that
could be
makes
done.
sense. But you could do it that way, and then you're only spending like $10 to $20 a month,
Yep.
Yep. At all.
And it's easier to look at like, okay, what shows do I actually care about? Because the thing is with live TV, just having access to all of them and paying a astronomical amount, it's like, but do I care
Yeah.
about all of them? Do I care about how, or do I just want to see
Most-
these shows?
Yeah, I was gonna say like most of the stuff that you get with cable,
You
you're not
get-
gonna use.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna use. Like there are most of the people that I know that have cable, like my grandparents and my family.
They need that game show network.
They need that real bad.
They
But that's
need
the thing. Like my grandma wants game shows. She wants the news, and she wants westerns.
Oh,
That's
you got
three channels.
That's 2/3 of that you can just get with satellite.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
You know how many times because that's what I have as I have satellite and I'm like flipping to watch a football game and I'm flipping through the channels and it's like what a Me TV or something like that. It's always an old ass Western
Yep.
or something.
Yep. I think it must be really easy to get the rights for those.
Yeah.
That must be part of it. It's probably two things. It's easy to get the rights, and old people are gonna watch it. So
Yep. That's why all of them are the oldest shows because that's the only people watching.
which, to be fair, I do enjoy a good western. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it is kind of funny because it's like half of what the programming. I feel like half of what TV has become is just
old
westerns.
westerns.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
There are so many.
And I've never really I've only watched
There's like 30 about just like Tombstone.
Really?
There's like a billion that have
it's like
done that.
It's like a comic,
Yeah,
like comics a little bit.
yeah.
I didn't realize. So is it like there's a bunch of different Tombstones? I thought Tombstone was just one movie.
Well,
Or
so
is it a show?
There's a movie. I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Oh.
Tombstone was a real place
Oh, okay.
in Texas, and some stuff happened there. That was where what's his face was Marshall,
Alamo. Alamo Marshall.
or would it be Sheriff? Who was? This is so hard. Yeah, the Earps. Like Wyatt Earp and all the
Huh?
Earps. You've
How do
never
you
heard
spell
of
it?
Wyatt Earp?
No.
Oh.
No.
It is spelled EARP,
EARP, like Earl. but
which sounds like
someone did a little someone
Earp
someone had a
sounds
little
like-
circle at the end of that or at the
It-
top of that L there.
yeah.
And I was Earp.
But EARP sounds like your Medicare.
That's what to say EARP. That's what makes you retire.
Yeah. But so there's like a whole bunch of the Earp brothers and family are kind of mythological as far as your Western stuff,
Man.
because there were I think that's like the shootout at the OK Corral and like all that stuff. That was them. They're like just supposed to be really good with a gun. But so there's like multiple shows about them and Tombstone, and then also a movie, probably multiple movies,
Wow.
just about that.
That's
and then
crazy.
there's like another guy named Bat Masterson.
Bat.
I know, right?
Is that short for anything? Like Bathu?
Batman.
For Bat.
Short for Bathu. But yeah, he's like another person like that. Like was a real guy, probably did some cool things.
Like the
But
McCoys.
now it's like, oh, let's have a show about how fucking good at guns this guy was.
Look at this guy flip it.
Look at this guy got a gun
And
out.
look at it. He's got a barrel.
He's got a gun out faster than anybody could
He
have.
do barrel.
Nobody's pulled a gun out like that guy. 1 minute he's got a gun out, and then
The other
next
minute he's shooting.
Next minute it's in his back in his pocket.
Man, there's nothing like talking about live television.
Got a gun in your pocket?
It's raining outside. You know, we're going to listen to this back and we're going to have no idea what we're doing. We're going to forget about all of the things we were touching. Oh, yeah. I like that. Yeah. So give me a beat now. Can you loop that?
Yeah.
Try it one more time.
Oh.
That's not as good.
No, it's not.
Oh, you can't loop anything that's from the microphone, can you? Thank you. That's it.
It's very wet.
It is wet.
It's really wet from that.
Yeah, that's better.
My fingers hurt.
let you go. Talk to you next week. Goodbye.